What's been the highlight of being a part of Newsdays as a second year student?
The highlight of Newsdays is definitely working as a team, because when we go into the industry you'll have to be working in a newsroom with a lot of people, and through doing the Newsdays I've built up a lot of contacts which I can take forward with me when I go into the industry anyway, because obviously when you're working as a team every day it's quite hard sometimes to find a story, so having your contacts there makes it a little bit easier.
And what would be your favourite role in part of Newsdays?
I've definitely enjoyed being like part of social media. I quite like having an authoritative role, and it's kind of set me up well. Or I'd probably say just being a news reporter really, because I'm like finding stories all the time, and it'll be good when we start doing them every single day when we go into third year, which is good.
What's been the most challenging part of doing the Newsdays?
I'd probably say the hardest part I found was print. I found that quite hard because there's a certain way of doing it, and also when you're kind of struggling to find a story it can be quite challenging because you've got to put something out there to get submitted for being marked. But I don't know.
So as you go into your third year, you're obviously going to start finishing your degree.
Yeah.
What would you ideally see yourself doing over the next few years after your degree?
When I finish my degree, ideally I've really enjoyed doing feature writing, so I think that I'd like to take that forward and work for something a bit lifestyle-y, because I'm not really a fan of hard news, which is where I think I've quite struggled this year. So I think I'd like to work for Cosmopolitan, doing lifestyle, beauty, or just something like cooking or something like that.
And obviously I'm a first year student. What advice would you give to me when obviously going through the 3-year degree?
Working as a team is so important. Even there's just little things you can do, like we had there was one day where we didn't have very many people in, and luckily it was when it was really heavily snowing, so we took that on board and did a live blog through the day of the snow, and that's one of the most viewed posts we've actually had on Keys News so far. So it works quite well. So like I said, working as a team, listen to what other people have to say and be hands-on and looking out for news all the time.
And what advice would you give to anyone starting the degree?
Work hard, put the effort in. You might think that being a first year is kind of a bit easier. Don't take it like that. Be submitting articles onto Keys News, take the most of the opportunities like Viva Magazine. Just make the most of your degree in all honesty.
Thank you, Becky.
It's alright.